Hey guys, Angel War Machine Company. Welcome back to the channel. If you the guys don't mind, if you can, please hit the like and subscribe button. That would help us out a lot. And comment below on this topic that we're about to talk about. And that is the 6 hour P320. If you own a P320, please comment below. If yours has had a discharge, please comment below. And let's get right into it, guys. So if you're part of the 2A community or you're a gun guy or a gun gal, um, you should know what's been going on with the P320 by 6 hour. It's been going off, discharging pretty much. Um, a year ago, the War Machine Company, we did a video on the P320 and we were discussing that same issue about the P320 going off. And I would like to apologize on behalf of my company and us as a whole. When we did the video on the P320, we thought maybe two, it could have been doing that, but then we also thought, hey, look, listen, it could be user error and negligence on a user. After the FBI has established their report and put their report out with evidence shown that it's not error, it's not user error, it's not negligence on the user. It is the actual P320 and the way it was manufactured. So I would like to apologize on behalf of War Machine Company um, about that video we put out a year ago. All right. So I wasn't trying to defend SIG, but I was saying hypothetically if this also could be a reason. So you guys got my apology. That's me taking accountability. All right. Which I feel like SIG should have took accountability a long time ago. And if they did, they wouldn't be in this hot water that they're in. All right. Because right now it's a whole lot of fuckery that they're in. With the P320 recently killing a Air Force soldier. Um, you know, and what he did was, I guess, on duty or after duty, he took his P320 off. He had a Safari Land holster, and he unholstered his P320, took it off, laid it down, and it went off, striking him in the chest, killing him instantly. So I would give you an example of what he did with some stuff that I have here. And this video is saying enough's enough. SIG needs to take accountability. Um, now, on this note too, all right, disclosure, all right, I have no affiliation with SIG, all right, no affiliation ties with SIG. I have no affiliation ties with any gun manufacturer, okay, and I have no contractual obligation either through the military. I've done my military time 13 years ago, U.S. Army, and I love my time, but I'm not here to defend the military, all right. I'm here saying what's right and what's wrong is wrong, all right. So I feel like SIG should have got on this problem and tried to fix it a long time ago, but they didn't want to. They had a U.S. contract involved, and they were going to lose a lot of money. But you got to have some integrity, and then you got to sit back and ask yourself: is money more important than integrity? Money over integrity? And the answer on that is no. Money is not, would never be more important than integrity. I think that if they would have halted production on the P320, did a massive recall and changed CEOs, I think if they did a structure change within the company and halted that production of the P320, did a massive recall, I think it would have saved that lineup. Because we all knew that eventually this firearm was going to kill someone. It was going to go off. It was going to kill someone. All right. It has wounded several law enforcement officers. All right. And it was just a matter of time for someone to get um, seriously injured or killed. And that's what happened recently. All right. Last few days ago. So I feel like they should have taken those type of countermeasures to to fix the fuckery. They chose not to. I guess they didn't want to lose the military contract. And honestly, at this point, it might be out of their hands. If I was a U.S. military, I would drop SIG like a fucking bad habit, like a bad habit. And that's just showing accountability on the U.S. military side. Like, This firearm killed one of our own. You know, it killed an NCO. Like I said, that's somebody who's not coming home tonight. That's a father that's not coming home, a husband that's not coming home. You know, and it's sad because it could have been prevented. All right. So I'm gonna go over what happened from the report I read. So the report I read was he had his duty holster. This is kind of a setup of this is mine, but it's a kind of setup of what he had. He had his P320 and a Safari Land. This is not a Safari Land. This is a T-Rex Arms, but he had the QLS forks, and he had a setup to this factor right here, to this nature. So forks go in. I can do it. All right, and it locks the system in. All right. Now, if you want to take that whole system off with the holster, you hit these two forks down here, and you slide it on out. All right. And as he was doing that, he was putting his firearm on a table. All right. All right. So he went like this, put it down, and I guess on impact, it's one discharge and it struck him in the chest. Now, to go back on that, all right. If I was taking it off, this is what I always do. As I'm coming off, I'm pointing it in the safe direction, and then I put it down. It shouldn't matter if he did take it and put it towards him and then put it down. See, striking him, the round shouldn't have went off. Period. All right. So a lot of people on the internet's going to say, well, you know, he pointed at himself and he put it down, but that doesn't matter. You know, the round shouldn't have went off. It should have went off. So I'm gonna lock this back in. I'm gonna put this away. So that's pretty much what happened with that situation. I don't know if he was like in an armory or where he was with his cameras involved, but they said that there were witnesses that saw the incident, and that's sad. That's sad, guys. So I don't know the future of Six Sauer and the P320, but oh, let me go back to P320, the setup I was showing you guys. I do have a P320. I just have the frame. I had like three or four P320s. I sold them about a year and a half ago. And some of my frames I've kept. Okay. So this is my P320. You're going to laugh your ass off. But it's a half a P3. It's a half a P320. All right. It's a half of one. I don't have the frame and I don't have the fire control unit. All right. So when I got rid of mine, I just kept my frames. And I shot very well with the P320. I actually love the firearm, but due to its I don't know what to even call it, problematic situation, I don't carry the P320. Okay. All right. But I wanted to bring it out, show you guys the frame and the setup that I have on it. All right. So, where do we go from here? What have we learned and how do we fix these mistakes? I can't fix the mistakes for SIG. Their company as a whole, and they have to have some integrity and they need to do what's right for the users, what's right for the brand and the company as a whole, and they need to do right by the soldiers' death. Okay. Um, Once again, if I was CEO of Six Hour, it would definitely be a hold of production. It would be a company structure change, and it would be definitely an apology to the families that've been affected, an apology to the gun community as a whole. That's what I would do, and a massive fucking recall on a P320. Massive, massive. Get this gun out of here. It's time. And if they don't want to do that, then there's nothing I can do. You know, maybe the U.S. military would drop the contract. That would cause a chain reaction for SIG. They would definitely lose a lot of money. I don't know if they would go bankrupt. So it's just sad. And it's just fucked up all around, guys. Will I be buying another P320? No, I will not be buying another P320. I love the gun, but evidence shows that it's definitely defected and it needs to be recalled. All right, guys. So that's all I have. That's my opinion on the P320 today. You guys can go online and try to find that. Definitely can find the report, the FBI report on the P320. The report is pretty in detail. It actually shows how the P320 and why it's going off with one in the pipe. Now, on that note, I don't. It doesn't say that if you have it locked and not loaded, that it's safe. From the findings that I see, the P320 is going off when you have it locked, loaded with one in the pipe. Then it's you having some problematic issues when it comes to having one in the pipe. All right. So if you still have your P320, um, I wouldn't sell it. I wouldn't sell the P320 to a gun shop or anything because knowing the possibilities of having one that is defective, you're putting that gun into someone else's hands that may not know the issue. So you're just pretty much creating a catastrophic event. And everyone says, "Well, my P320, I've had it for years. It's not going off." But it's not going off, and it's not a problem until you have a fucking problem. All right. So I'm not saying get rid of it. Don't sell them. Keep them. But you know, just don't have one in the pipe. Have it as a nightstand gun, and if something happens, rack it. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I wouldn't sell it and get rid of it unless someone knows about the issue and they still want to buy your P320 from you. Then, but I wouldn't sell it to a gun store where they just might sell it to someone who's not aware of what's going on with the P320. All right, guys. So that's pretty much all I have on the P320. Um, it's fucked up that we're here, and this is something that could have been prevented, which is the sad part. Which it goes back to life, taking accountability. If accountability was taken by 6 Sauer a year ago, a year and a half ago, or even before they even got the military contract, they probably wouldn't be in this boat today. All right, so they're not perfect, guys, and no one's perfect. I'm not going to sit here and shit on 6 Sauer. Because I do like they P226. And at this point, that's probably going to be the only arm that excuse me, the only firearm that I will purchase from SIG right now. Even their new rifle, the XM7 or the M7, I don't know, they dropped the name somehow, but I'm not sure what the fuck they're calling it. But even that rifle is having issues. So I don't know. A lot of shit's going on with SIG, and with that and then sexual harassment suits within the company, I don't know. I don't know. Um, I'm a Glock guy. I love SIG, but I'm a Glock guy. All right. So if I'm not carrying a SIG, I'm carrying a Glock 17. Um, like I said, Glock, Beretta, and all these other firearm companies, they were up for the military contract, but SIG got the contract. All right. But the Glock 17 and the Glock 19 has been used in special operations. All right. By SF guys. So I still run the Glock 17. Okay. That is my sidearm that I use with my M4A1 being the primary. So that's just how I've been carrying it. And I'm going to continue trusting Glock with my life. So definitely, guys, that's going to be an end to this video. Definitely hit like, subscribe, and comment below. Let me know what you think on the issue with the P320. Let me know if you own a P320, what lineup you own, if you're thinking about getting rid of it or you're just going to hold it into the safe. And something else, guys, to piggyback on this. The domino effect is about to start. So you don't know what gun ranges are going to be like. You can't shoot that on this range, it's unsafe. So unless you own a piece of property or you're out in the country shooting a place where that is legal to shoot, that's not in the city limits, you may have a gun you can't even fucking shoot. All right, it's just a gun that's just going to be in your car or your nightstand gun if someone breaks in, and you don't have to rack it unless you want it on your nightstand with one in the pipe, which I wouldn't fucking do. I wouldn't do it. But yeah, you don't know what gun ranges across the nation is going to say, nah, no P320s allowed on this range. No, we can't trust it. We can't take it. It's a liability. So we don't want to be held liable for if something happens on our gun range because you're carrying a P320. I'm telling you guys, it's about to be a real fucking shit show with this gun. All right. So that's just me. Like I said, you could find the reports, guys. Go over the reports yourselves and go from there and make your own judgment decision about the P320 if you're going to keep it or not. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for tuning in to War Machine Company. I'm Angel. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button. And until the next video, guys, I appreciate it. Stay safe. All right.